No to witam ponownie. No to co, lecimy. Pogadajmy z Rebeką.
So, what's the latest? Learn anything interesting while you were exploring?
They were working on some weird stuff towards the end. Trying to engineer new bodies and store their minds inside computers.
Failure after failure. It must have been hard for them.
I worry about it too.
Troszkę
They
podboostowałem
say there's something in here that'll help us. But
tym
what is it? Why is it locked up if it's exactly what we need?
w systemie
Maybe it's
głośność
dangerous.
troszeczkę. Mam nadzieję, że
Maybe
jest
they
lepiej.
wanted to make sure only you could reach it.
That's the other question. What makes me so special?
I guess we'll know once we open the door.
Okej.
Hey, I hope it's not uncomfortable for me to ask, but what happened with Lucy?
Oj,
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
No, it's fine. I really don't know. I was talking to my dad about it. It's hard to say. I mean, Juno definitely took control, but I think I agreed to it on some level. I think I let her in. No.
no zmusiła cię, żebyś zabił Lucy ostrzem.
It's not right. It wasn't her. Not exactly. It was more like a program. Does that sound weird? It showed me things.
What'd you see?
That if I didn't stop Lucy, Abstergo would get the apple, and we'd all be dead.
I still don't understand why she turned on us.
I'm sure she thought she was doing the right thing.
I gotta get back to work. You might want to do the same.
Okej, czyli dużo tutaj nie ma do gadania. A co tam w komputerku? Otrzymane wiadomości. Nowe jakieś. Czemu zwlekasz? Nie zdobędziesz klucza na czas, cały świat zniknie. Trzymasz mojego ojca, zabrałem mi ręce. Jezus Maria, o co tu chodzi? John Hastings. Dobra, chodźmy jeszcze z tatusiem pogadać. I zaraz idziemy włożyć te źródło energii i wracamy do Connora.
Come on, son, we got work to do.
Aha, no to spierdzielaj. Może on będzie bardziej gadatliwy.
Unbelievable.
Co się stało?
What's up?
Your politicians are constantly referencing the founding fathers and insisting they must have been in support of one thing or another. I have never seen such a blatant disregard for history.
That's just typical political propaganda.
It's also dishonest and delusional. How can anyone claim to know what these people wanted based off scraps of paper and wishful thinking?
They're looking for intent. What these men envision for our country and its future.
Idealistic and unlikely. I don't think most of your presidents and senators and judges care what the founders thought. They just want to know how they can bend old words to achieve modern goals. Who cares if they were deists or theists or wanted a central bank? Why do people need the validation? What should matter is what you, as an individual, believe and why you believe it. What, are we so insecure that we have to find 18th century letters to validate our beliefs? Oh, look, Mum, a dead man agreed with me. Maybe. If you transpose the letters in his shopping list, you can plainly see he was on my side.
Jesus, Sean. It's a cynical way to look at it.
Doesn't make it less true. I keep trying to understand how men like Washington and Jefferson could dedicate their lives to the pursuit of liberty and equality, yet have no problem owning slaves. It's hypocritical in the extreme, and your history books make only passing mention of the subject, as if it were of little consequence.
They had a war
Boże,
to win.
jakie głębokie
Country's
przemyślenia
futures are
Shona.
secure. How could they deal with all these issues at the same time?
Spoken like a true apologist. We hear it today, too, that matters of civil rights and equality must wait. There are conflicts to settle, economies to salvage. What do any of these things matter if the people are not free and equal? All of them. I wish there was a way for us to share what we learn from the Animus with others. Imagine being able to accurately answer questions about the past, or experience lost civilizations.
But how would you cite it? We can't just reveal the machine's existence to the world.
Why not?
Desmond's right. It would be dangerous. And we still haven't found a way to manage the bleeding effect.
Maybe when we're done saving the world, we can look into it.
Właśnie, jakby każdy
Even
mógł...
if we do manage to stave off the apocalypse, it's not like the Templars are simply going to disappear. I suspect our fight will continue long after this latest battle is finished.
Jakby
Look,
każdy...
at the time, Or doesn't time fly? Look, I think it's best we get you back in the Animus, hmm?
Jakby każdy mógł sobie tak wchodzić do Animusa, to kurde... Mogłoby to mu natrzepać w głowie. Dobra, chodźmy dać to źródło energii i wracamy do Connora. Bo coś czuję, że jesteśmy blisko końca. Tutaj już widzieliśmy, co nam mówiła ta... Nie wiem, jak ona miała na imię. Ta z creepy buzią. Pyk. Oho.
Our first instinct was to travel back, to change the past. But we could not find a way. But forward, we could look forward. And so here we sought to see beyond ourselves and know what was to come. First we watched to learn if our work would succeed. But the answer was always the same. So we moved on to other things. But she remained. The one you call Minerva.
To jest Minerva, właśnie. A to jest Juno.
And instead began to speak.
Aha.
She called out across time in the hopes that you might be saved. She hid messages where none might find them, save for you and those within this place.
Fascinating.
Tired of it. The cryptic warnings, the threats. Just tell us what you want!
Dokładnie.
They are. We saw the Nephilim there. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them. Imagine trying to explain all this to a 2-year-old, to a grasshopper. When they said the will of the gods was unknowable, they meant it. Literally.
I killed her, you know. I killed Lucy.
It was the apple, son. It was Juno.
I saw what she was. What would happen if I let her live? I could have stopped myself. I mean, there was a force there. But I didn't have to. I chose to.
Desmond.
Lucy was going to betray us and take the apple back to Abstergo. I saw the satellite launched. I saw them turn it on, and then... it failed. Whatever's on the other side of that door, it benefits Juno. We need to be careful.
Dobrze, Desmond, mówisz, trzeba być ostrożnym. Trzeba uważać. Dobra, tam to jest. Muszę się tam jakoś dostać. Zamknięte. Kurde, tu też zamknięte. Fuck, gdzie ja spadłem? O, tu jest otwarte. Dziurka. Kolejna dziurka. Dobra, już widzę źródło. Jeszcze coś będzie pierdzielić? Nie. O sobie tu chodzi. Odpalamy. To jest na środku, czyli jeszcze zostanie to po prawej tam. Czyli jeszcze jedno źródło energii i koniec. Źródło energii i ten klucz. Więc można powiedzieć, że jesteśmy w połowie gry. Czyli gra będzie na 20 coś odcinków. Sorry za ziewanie. Nie wiem, tam jest kolejna, ale to już sobie zrobimy wiadomo kiedy. Teraz wchodzimy do Connora. O!
I'm telling you, there's something down here.
Gdzie?
Don't be daft.
I don't know, maybe they were sleeping or something and we woke them. Some kind of cryogenics? Or hibernation? I mean, how do we know what the hell they were doing down here?
They were working on a bunch of different solutions, but nothing worked. Just went from one to the next, and then... I don't know. They must have left at some point. After the end.
I wonder what the world would be like if they'd succeeded.
I'm more concerned about what it'll be like if we don't.
Salvation. They found a way. Too late for them, but not for you. Sealed to protect it. Though now it bars your way. Find the key. The past will tell.
Wiem, że przeszłość kryje odpowiedź, dlatego wchodzimy.
Look at that. I found a third power source.
O!
Already?
It popped up in an earlier search, but I've only just managed to confirm it.
Where?
There's a museum in Cairo with one on display.
I guess Connor will have to wait.
No, you stay. We need to find that key, and time is running out. I'll make the trip.
O, no i spoko.
What about Cross?
Everything's going to be fine. I'll be back soon.
No jak to jest w muzeum, to nie powinno być trudne.
Ready when you are, Desmond.
Winter approaches.
Zima.
The air is still and sharp with grim expectation. The others sense it too and go about their work with uncommon urgency. I would like to help them, but more pressing matters now demand my attention. The Templars have targeted George Washington directly, and will not rest until he is dead. I had hoped to shield him from this knowledge, but Thomas Hickey ended any hope I had of staying silent. And so I have resolved to share everything I know, of the Templars and their plots, of who I really am.
Ile minęło?
Achilles finds fault in this, and we argue every day. But there is
Kolejny
simply
rok.
too much now at stake to maintain restraint.
Co się dzieje?
Don't do this, Connor.
Then what would you propose we do? Sit and watch while the Templars take control? We are sworn to stop them, or have you forgotten?
Assassins are meant to be quiet, precise. We do not go announcing conspiracies from the rooftops to all who pass by.
Who are you to lecture anyone? You locked yourself away in this crumbling heap and gave up on the Brotherhood entirely. Since the day I arrived, you've done nothing but discourage me. And on the rare occasions you've chosen to help, you've done so little, you may as well have done nothing at all.
How dare you!
Then tell me, on whose watch did the Brotherhood falter? Whose inaction allowed the Templar Order to grow so large that it now controls an entire nation?
If I sought to dissuade you, it was because you knew nothing. If I was reluctant to contribute, it was because you were naive. 1,000 times you would have died and taken God knows how many with you. Let me tell you something, Connor. Life is not a fairy tale, and there are no happy endings.
No. Not when men like you are left in charge.
Wow. A misji osady?
In your haste to save the world, boy, take care you don't destroy it. Ha!
A misji osady? Chcę je dokończyć. Czy nie mogę teraz wrócić? Chwila. Fajnie, że jest śnieg i w ogóle. Fajnie, że te pory roku się zmieniają, ale czy ja mogę wrócić do misji osady, bo one są fajniutkie. Chciałbym je robić dalej. Chyba że teraz są zablokowane, bo jest ważny moment w fabule. A, walić moment w fabule. Misja osady. Sorry, konik, no muszę zejść tak o. Ale super, że te pory roku się zmieniają. Raz zima, raz wiosna. Jest fajnie, jest fajnie. Co to jest? A to kowal. Właściwe narzędzia.
Is it coming, Big Dave? You make any progress on the knife? I would like to give it to Miriam soon.
The steel Norris smelted is something else. I've rarely seen such fine metal. The trouble is my old tools aren't hard enough to work it. The ones I need aren't hard to find. A shop or two in New York.
Czyli do Nowego Jorku muszę jechać.
I'd do it myself, but with the regulars after my head, I'll stay here safe and sound if I can.
I have matters to attend to in New York. I will see to it the next time I journey there.
Sounds good.
Czyli do Nowego Jorku muszę się udać. No problemo. To dobra, do Nowego Jorku, a potem na misję główną. Szybka podróż. Niech mu zrobi ten mieczyk, kurde. Znaczy nóż, Boże, miecz. Powaliły mi się. Ojeju, ale się ziewa. Śnieżyca. Ciekawe, czy to będzie daleko, czy nie? Mogło być gorzej. Jezu, ile misji? Czy to na pewno jest tylko o te narzędzia? No coś mi się nie wydaje. Już czuję, że tu są nowi osadnicy. W Nowym Jorku. Ale podbij kupców, aby pomóc głodującym dzieciom. Aha, tu. Nic nie widziałeś, nie? Proszę, jedzcie sobie, jedzcie. Dobra, jedźmy na początek tam, a potem zobaczymy, co dalej. Bo teraz się zastanawiam, czy to będą jacyś nowi osadnicy, czy jednak co innego. Ale to jest easy. Bo oni nawet nie zwracają na siebie uwagi, oni tylko patrzą na te jedzenia. Proszę bardzo. No to jeszcze jedni. Bo nie mogę robić tego blisko straży, bo to... Dobra, 200 metrów. Aha, oho, o. Okej, już niedaleko. Ale nie sądzę, żeby tutaj było narzędzia. A może? Kurde, sam nie wiem. Już jestem trochę zagubiony. No może, bo to wygląda jak sklep. Chyba tak.
What can I do for you?
Kup. Przedmioty misji dla mieszkańców. Strzonek z strzonkiem kości słonowej. Moc z utwardzonej stali. Okej. To tyle? Od razu jak tu jestem, to mogę coś sprzedać. Za 1100. Nice. A tam widziałem jakieś odzienie. Nowojorskie odzienie. Odzienie Baltimore. Estońskie odzienie. Odzienie z Jamestown, z Filadelfii. Odzienie Assassina mam. Nie, to pewnie jakieś tylko takie ubrania brzydkie. Oddaj młot dużemu Dave'owi.
What's his name? Big Man or some such thing?
Big Dave. Did in a whole unit escaping, they say. Dave's in for a rough
Oj. Żeby nam, kurde... No patrzcie, mamy tu misję osady jedną. Żeby nam nie narobił problemów właśnie przez to, że on jest takim dezerterem poszukiwanym mocno. Gdzie mój koń? Konia mi zabrali.
have been found guilty of treason.
They didn't do nothing. Thank you. Thank you,
Wow! Kurde, jestem poszukiwany. Dobra, chodźmy tej misji. Na piechotę na razie, no. Bo nie mam konia. Gdzieś mi zniknął. Nie jest to daleko, więc na luzie. Czyli jeszcze jednego jakiegoś tutaj typa mamy. Nie chcę mi się tak biec cały czas. Ty, myszka mi nie działa. O, teraz działa. Już wolę tymi zaułkami pobiegać, będzie szybciej, na skróty. Dajcie mi spokój, dzieci.
These men have been found guilty of treason and conspiracy.
Thank you.
Jezus, jakie potrójne.
Is it just that you've done?
Potrójne te było. Co się dzieje? Kim ty jesteś? Przecinając więzy. Twoja mama potrzebuje pomocy. No dobrze. Okej. Podążaj za dziewczyną. Masz!
Leave.
That wasn't necessary. I can handle myself. When he returns, he'll try and give me twice the thrashing.
Why would you stay with such a man?
This is my house and business. It's my tailoring that paid for this place. I'll take his drunken
O,
buffoonery
krawiec.
and leave behind what I built.
If I
Przyda nam
told you
się.
there was another place where you could live and work, free of him, would you consider it?
The catch?
No catch. Our village is growing and in need of all forms of trade. Just business and a new life.
I'll come and see if what you say is true.
No i spoko, dobrze. Zrobione. Teraz możemy lecieć na pogranicze i zrobić misję główną. Trochę misji osady było. Potem wrócimy, jak będziemy przy naszej osadzie, to będziemy robić kolejne misje. A teraz na pogranicze. Nie można zaniedbywać misji głównych. Im więcej misji głównych, tym więcej misji osady się odblokowywuje, więc powinno być git. Gdzie to jest daleko? No trochę. Chodź koniku, chodź, bo śnieżyca mocna. 1000 metrów. Trochę mamy do przejechania. Więc się nie obijajmy. Ija, ija. Icha, icha. Quick. Biegają tu quicki. Na drugą stronę trzeba przejechać. Dobra, tu jest most. Dobra. Jezus Maria, jak śnieży, nic nie widzę. Dobra, pojedźmy na skróty. Jesteśmy na koniu, to możemy. Fuck, ale pruszy. Spokojnie, konie, spokojnie. kija. Wow! Wilki. To może jednak tą stroną. Może jednak nie tą stroną. Jakoś tam dojedziemy. Ale wilków! Uciekaj! Cała watacha. Watacha pożera. Pamiętajcie. Dobra, na razie jakoś tym skrótem idzie. Nie jest źle, ale same wilki śnieżne. Nie gońcie mnie! Jestem żylasty. Kurde, zając mnie zatrzymał. Dobra. 300 metrów. W ogóle, co teraz mamy zrobić? Się trochę już pogubiłem. Po co Connor jedzie? 200 metrów. Aha, do Jerzego Waszyngtona, tak? Tak. Bo przecież to nie jest ten... On nadal jest celem przez Charlesa Lee i Hejtama. Sorry. Ale mrozi. Dobra, mamy go tutaj. Brakujące zapasy.
Commander,
Connor.
any word on Lee?
Not yet. My apologies. I've been distracted. Supply caravans meant for the camp have gone missing. I suspect treachery. A traitor named Benjamin Church, recently released from prison, has vanished as well. The two events are surely related.
What was his crime?
He was caught sending letters to the Loyalists, detailing our troop strength. He claimed it was a scare tactic, that we might avoid war. A poor lie.
I will find Church for you.
Why? What reason have you to help?
Does it matter?
As you wish. We've received reports of trouble along the southern road. Might be he's responsible. I suggest you begin your search there.
No dobrze, no to tam zaczniemy. O, proszę, kogo my tu mamy?
Ah, Connor. What do you think of my work thus far?
The men are bolstered, focused. It is good you have come.
You are too kind. Lord knows my journey was far from certain. The trials we suffered getting here were strange and many. I dressed as a woman, Connor, to evade British spies. Did you know that?
I did not. As a woman, you say?
It is the truth. King George had already stopped our crossing once in Bordeaux, threatening to seize my newly purchased ship, La Victoire, and arrest me. But I was born stubborn, and such a warning could not dissuade me. So we rode for Spain and bought passage aboard the ship there. George's spies had followed us every step of the way. Disguise was the only remaining option. Mon Dieu.
Kurde.
No man can doubt your commitment, and you are invaluable to the cause.
Chłop się zabawę
You
przebrał.
did what you needed to do.
Ile tu już tego było?
I am certain I would have done the same.
But of course you would. I expect nothing less.
Dobra, bierzemy kunia. Oczywiście, że białego, żeby się wtopić w tłum. Jedziemy po tego zdrajcę. 300 metrów, nie jest daleko. I chociaż się kurde trochę opogodziło i nie ma śnieżycy. Ale już nie można tutaj w tej części tak galopem sobie zapierdzielać. Chyba źle zjechałem coś. O, tu jest jakiś ten. Jak to się nazywa? Kościółek opuszczony? Katedra? Nie wiem. Kościółek bardziej. Hej tam!
Father. Connor, any last words? Wait. A poor choice.
Come to check up on Church? Make sure he'd stolen enough for your British brothers?
Benjamin Church is no brother of mine. No more than the Redcoats or their idiot king. Oh, I expected naivete, but this... The Templars do not fight for the crown. We seek the same as you, boy. Freedom, justice, independence.
But...
But what?
Johnson, Pitcairn, Hickey, they sought to steal land, to sack towns, to murder George Washington.
Johnson sought to own the land, that we might keep it safe. Pitcairn aimed to encourage diplomacy, which you cocked up thoroughly enough to start a goddamn war. And Hickey? George Washington is a wretched leader. He's lost nearly every battle in which he's taken part.
Chyba ty.
Racked with uncertainty and insecurity. Only look at Valley Forge to know my words are true. We're all better off without him. Look, much as I'd love to spar with you, Benjamin Church's mouth is as big as his ego. You clearly want the supplies he's stolen. I want him punished. Our interests are aligned.
What do you propose?
A truce.
O kurde.
Perhaps some time together might do us good. You are my son, after all, and might still be saved from your ignorance. I can kill you now, if you prefer. Excellent. Shall we be off?
Do you even know where Benjamin Church has gone?
I'm afraid not. I'd hoped to ambush him when he or one of his men returned here. It seems I'm too late. They've come and cleared the place out.
I may be able to track him.
Kurde, mamy razem z ojcem na chwilę. Mamy wspólny cel. O kurde, to będzie ciekawe. Porzucone, uszkodzone towary.
There were rations inside the crates. Medical supplies and clothing as well.
Okej. O Boże, tu idą czerwone siusiaki. Niech sobie przejdą. O! Ślady powozu śniegu. Na śniegu.
Snow has obscured the tracks, but enough remains that we can still follow.
No widzę te ślady. O!
Just my luck. Going to freeze to death if I don't get this fixed.
Are you Ben Church's man?
Fuck.
Well played.
Ojeju, dobra, cicho tam. Przecież go złapię. Mam szybsze nogi. Dawaj!
It was not wise to run.
What do you want?
Where is Benjamin Church?
I don't know. We was riding for a camp just north of here. Is where we'd normally unload the cargo. Maybe you'll find him there.
Enough of that.
You did not have to kill him.
Let's not waste time with all this pointless banter. Go catch up with the rest of Church's men. Infiltrate that camp of theirs and see what you can discover.
And what about you?
Never you mind. Just do as I ask.
Boże. Ach, ten tatuś. Nie ma to jak mieć tatusia templariusza, a samemu być asasynem, nie? Grubo, grubo. Przez ranę ma Connor. Nie pozwól, by cię wykryto. Wystarczy, że skoczę do środka. Nie chowaj się w wozie siana podczas podążania za konwojem. Wale wasze cele dodatkowe. Będę drzewami się ruszał. Tu gościu lewituje. Gościu ma tak dziwny... Aha, bo to jest więzień. Dobra. Nie, to nie jest więzień. To czemu miał tak dziwnie ręce? Dziwne, dziwne. Jeszcze coś powiedzą? Chyba nie. No ale i tak bym musiał tutaj zejść. Znowu wchodzić na drzewo. Nie, głupie. Nie polecam robić tych celów dodatkowych. Okej, mogę wyjść, co? Aha, Boże. To będzie trzeba śledzić.
Center camp, near the tree. Can't miss it. Thank you kindly. You won't be thanking me when you hear what he's got planned.
Ale cheaty.
Time you showed up. Listen here. Boss wants us to try something new tonight. A raid. No more convoys. We're to steal from the Yank camp itself.
Valley Forge.
Zabij trzech i nie daj się wykryć z kolejny do dupy cel.
You sure about this?
It's not my business to be sure or not sure. I just do as Church asks. If you're so concerned, take it up with him.
Is he here?
Of course not. Hiding in New York, the last I heard. Trying to keep a low profile. What, on account of him not wanting to go back to jail and all?
All right, I'm in.
Okej.
Look what we found.
O, tatuś, co się stało? Nie umiesz się chować?
Must be a Yank spy.
Nah, he's something else. Something special. Isn't that right, Hatham? Church told me all about you.
And you should know better than this.
You're not really in a position to be making threats, are ya?
Cześć.
Not yet.
O, więcej was.
Once you've dealt with these louts, meet me in New York.
What? You mean to just leave?
Wow.
If you can't handle a couple of mercenaries, then we've really no business working together.
Unbelievable.
Tatuś roku. Tatuś roku. O, ale mi liścia sprzedał. Dobra. Poszli. Chłopak, dostępna jest nowa broń. A po co mi nowa broń? Dobra, chodźmy stąd. Muszę wyjść z tego zasięgu. Jeleń! Ło, jaki jeleń. Jakie rogi długie miał. Dobra. Czy ja mogę się przenieść do Nowego Jorku? Mogę. Nie chcę mi się tam biec, tak. Mogę się przenieść, to się przeniosę. Dobra. New York, New York, New York, New York. La 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 la. Miesiąc później. Super. O, proszę, jak blisko portu. Można, można. Co to za jednorożec? Czemu nie mogę go podnieść? Oś kappa. To nic z tą kappą. Tata, gdzie jesteś? Ojciec i syn. No właśnie tak chciałem nazwać odcinek.
Evening, Connor. I see you made it here in one piece.
Recovered from your beating, then?
Benjamin Church is holed up on an abandoned brewery on the waterfront. We should be done with this by sunrise.
Good. I would like to have those supplies returned as soon as possible.
Of course. I wouldn't want to keep you from your lost cause. Come along, then. Follow me.
Okej, idź za Hejtamem do miejsca, w którym przebywa Benjamin Church. O kurde, dachami. Tata jeszcze zdolny tak kurde hasać po dachach? Szanuję, szanuję. Nie spodziewałbym się. Dobra. Ło kurde, jakie synchroniczne skoki.
Tell me something. You could have killed me when we first met. What stayed your hand?
Curiosity. Any other questions?
What is it the Templars truly seek?
Order. Purpose. Direction. No more than that. It's your lot that means to confound with this nonsense talk of freedom. Time was. The assassins professed a far more sensible goal. That of peace.
Freedom is peace.
Oh no. It's an invitation to chaos.
Connor, powiedz mu o swojej matce. Co Charles zrobił.
I have stood before the Continental Congress and listened to them stamp and shout. All in the name of liberty. But it is just noise.
And this is why you favor Lee?
He understands the needs of this would-be nation far better than the jobberknolls who profess to represent it.
It seems your tongue has tasted sour grapes. The people have made their choice, and it was Washington.
The people chose nothing. It was done by a group of privileged cowards seeking only to enrich themselves. They convened in private and made a decision that would benefit them. Oh, they might have dressed it up with pretty words. That does not make it true. The only difference, Connor, the only difference between myself and those you aid is that I do not feign affection.
O, grube słowa. Nie powiedział Connor o matce i co się stało z jego plemieniem. A szkoda, jakby powiedział ciekawe. Chciałbym wiedzieć, jak zareagowałby Hejtam. Czy by Lee miał przez to problemy, czy coś? Czy on sam nakazał spalenie wioski? Ale nie, no nie sądzę, jak tam jego jakby syn był i jego ukochana, no to nie sądzę, żeby on powiedział Charlesowi, żeby on to spalił. Po prostu Charles jest rasistą i nie lubi rdzennych Amerykanów i innych takich innych ludzi obcej rasy. Czy tam innego koloru skóry i w ogóle innego pochodzenia. Kurde, teraz idziemy w ciszy. Chyba już jesteśmy blisko, bo... O właśnie.
Hold a moment. this, you clever bastard.
What is it?
I was hoping I could wave you past the guards, but he's replaced most of them with men I don't know. Well, I should be able to pass without arousing suspicion, but you...
No. We do this together or not at all.
Then what do you propose?
I will find a guard who is off duty and take his uniform.
Okej.
Very well. I will wait here then.
Of course you will.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to come along and hold your hand, perhaps? Provide kind words of encouragement?
Jesus. Nie pozwól, by cię zauważono podczas kradzieży stroju najemnika. Jak mają mnie nie zauważyć, trzeba to zrobić inaczej. Nabierz ubranie. Kurwa, zauważyli mnie! Jak to bieg utracony? Nic nie utraciłem. Zaczyna się. Here we go again. Siedź tu sobie, tato, rób kupę. Jeszcze raz. Trzeba to zrobić szybciej. I troszkę dalej. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. O Boże, teraz ci tu idą, kuźwa mać. Może asasina nasłać swojego? No oni teraz tu zobaczą. Mam. Nie zaliczyło mi na ten. Dobra, Ale dziwnie wygląda.
That should suffice. Follow me.
Hold, strangers. You tread on private property. What business have you here?
The Father of Understanding guides us.
You I recognize, not the savage.
He is my son.
Tasted of the forest fruits, did you?
Yeah.
Off you go then.
No i git. No co, lecimy dalej, nie? Dobrze, nie zaliczyło mi te wykrycie, dobra. Pełna synchronizacja. Staw czoła Benjaminowi Churchowi. Chętnie.
It's locked. Give me a moment.
Must be strange for you, discovering my existence as you have.
I'm actually curious to know what your mother might have said about me. Always wondered what life might have been like had she and I stayed together. How is she, by the way?
Dead. Murdered.
What?
O, nie wiedział.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, you're sorry. I found my mother burning alive. I'll never forget her face as she sent me away. Charles Lee is responsible for her death by your order. And you're sorry.
It's impossible. I gave
O, nie wydał.
I spoke the opposite, in fact. I told them to give up the search for the precursor site. We were to focus on more practical pursuits.
It is done. And I'm all out of forgiveness.
Czyli hej tam nie wiedział. Znaczy nawet nie wydał takiego rozkazu, tym bardziej.
Benjamin Church, you stand accused of betraying the Templar Order and abandoning our principles in pursuit of personal gain. In consideration of your crime, I hereby sentence you to death.
Przecież to nie on. I przebieraniec.
Too late. Church and the cargo are long gone. And I'm afraid you won't be in any condition to follow.
O nie. Limit utraty zdrowia przez hejtama. Gościu, już nie żyjesz, nie możesz gadać.
Don't let them escape! Get it! The Indian too! Take him down! That one! And he's half free!
Dobra, chyba hej tam nie sacił połowy.
Where is Church?
I'll tell you anything you want. Only promise that you'll let me live.
No, Connor ci obieca, ale hejtamem może być inaczej.
Took passage on a trading sloop called the Welcome. Loaded half its hold with the supplies he stole from the Patriots. That's all I know, I swear.
No i wiedziałem.
You promised.
And he kept his word. Let's go.
O fuck. Co za gnoje. Pali się! Trzeba uciekać. Tam gdzie hejtem idzie.
We need to get out of here.
You don't say.
Now is not the time for sightseeing.
Idę. Fuck. Holy shit.
So close, yet so far. We need to find a way around the flames. Get back here, traitors! Oh, how I'll enjoy making you pay for your betrayal. Did Church pay you well? Were you rewarded handsomely?
Już biegnę.
What good does your gold do you now? Is it magic gold, you think? Like the one they spun the fleece from?
Bye bye. O kurde. Myślałem, że oni tylko spadli. Connor, pamiętaj, musisz ojca zabić, nie? To, że trochę teraz z nim czasu spędziłeś, to nie znaczy, że go oszczędzamy. On jest templariuszem, też musi zginąć. Nie ma wyjątków. Nie ma dobrych templariuszy. Honor? O Boże, taran!
No, don't do that. There's no way of knowing what's on the other side.
O Jezu! Prawie się te pale nabili. Jaki hardcore.
We do now.
Synchroniczne płynięcie.
Church is at least a day on us. We must move quickly if we're to catch him.
I have a ship we can use.
O!
Meet me on the pier when you're ready.
O, kolejna misja statkiem. Może ja bym go ulepszył, czy coś? Pamiętam, że się go da ulepszyć, ja mam trochę hajsu. Przydałoby się. Ale to już w kolejnym odcinku zrobimy. Jeszcze trochę misji osady porobimy. O, a może jednak nie. Zostawiajcie łapki w górę, subujcie kanał i do następnego. Pa, pa!